Yeah, Radke and Fitchbeck have been great. They've given us an opportunity to win on Friday and Saturday nights, and Radke's really set the tone, pitching on Fridays, and has won, I think, 5 of his 7 Big West starts, and has really put us in a good situation. And Fitchbeck has just continued to get better and better with each outing. He missed 2 years with labrum surgery, and started out, we didn't know if we were going to have him back, close to full strength, and came back and was okay early, and then really started to hit his groove, and has really thrown extremely well the last probably 6 weeks of the season. Offensively, I mean, we struggled early. We weren't getting a lot of hits per game. Struggled a little bit batting average-wise. Didn't hit with runners in scoring position. But probably about 6 weeks ago, things started to change a little bit, and collectively, we've done okay offensively. Not to where we really wanted to be, but a number of guys have finally felt comfortable offensively, and Haniger's been really good as of last maybe 3 or 4 weeks. Put up some good offensive numbers, a lot of extra base hits. J.J. Thompson had a streak where he was really hot. Miller was our best offensive ball player for the majority of the year. Matt Jensen just recently has picked up his end. Crocker's been pretty steady throughout the course of the season. He's done extremely well, and then you put in Gentile, and then Jimmy Allen, who was hitting, just under 200, and as a freshman, and over the course of the last 3 or 4 weeks, he's raised his batting average up to about 265, and has double digits and extra base hits, and does what good freshmen do. They kind of struggle early and try finally figure it out. Kind of last third of the season. No, we just we lost Friday's games 6-1, and we played terrible. I mean, we were bad in every facet of the game, and then played a close ball game, won 3-2 on Saturday, collected 5 hits on Friday, 5 hits on Saturday, and then needed the series win. We hadn't been playing very well on the road, and we hadn't won a conference series on the road. We've won every conference series at home, and just started out well and kind of snowballed, and we had 21 runs on 22 hits, and put in some subs, and like Tim Wise came in, freshman, and hadn't played in a while, hit 2 3-run home runs. Jordan Hadlock pinch hit his first at-bat, hit a 3-run home run. David Armendariz should have had 2 hits, but he had 1 hit. Mike Hu collected his first 2 hits of the season. So just kind of snowballed, and the Pacific just kind of the lower end pitching came in and just couldn't get outs, and it was a very offensive day, and it just one of those things that happens once a year or so. No, not really. We would like that. You like that internal leadership. Crocker's our hardest worker. He leads by example. We have this team, a lot of hard workers. On our off day on Monday, I'll probably see 2/3 of our position players putting in extra time in the batting cages. So leadership-wise, there's some guys that are more leaders by example, but not too many vocal leaders. Well, we need to try to take 2 out of 3 against Bakersfield. They're vying for a postseason berth. We've done enough to gain a postseason berth, but I think the selection committee weighs too much on the RPI, which is a formula that doesn't work out in the West, because even though we play a great non-conference schedule, and we play UCLA and North Carolina, Missouri, USC, Fresno State, Pepperdine, along with our conference series, everybody kind of plays the same teams out here, and so everybody's got to lose each individual game, and it just pushes that RPI back to that 500%. And where other conferences are playing a lessened schedule, a weaker schedule, The big conferences don't play each other. The SEC doesn't like to play the ACC, just for that fact, because the RPI works for them. So it's very difficult to have a high RPI out on the West Coast. And so even though I think we've done a lot, we're 7-4 against top 25 teams, ranked teams, which is one of the better marks in our conference, if not the best. And it's just, it's going to be tough. Well, I mean, I've been lucky. I mean, there's 2 jobs I wanted in San Luis Obispo because I wanted to live here. I'm from here originally, and I wanted to be a head coach, not an assistant coach. And so I was lucky enough to be at Cuesta for 16 years, and now I'm finishing my 9th year at Cal Poly. As for the differences, I mean, big differences. I mean, the majority of teams that you come up against are well coached. So there's things that you can do at a junior college level that you're more of a factor, I think, as a coach at that level. And then it's difficult because we're playing, Poly's a very academic school. It's very tough to get in, and our list of recruits that we can go after are a lot less than the schools that we're competing against. So even within our conference with the Cal State Fullerton, Long Beach, Northridge, I mean, it's very easy to get a high school student athlete in that has a low GPA or a low SAT score. Here, even if you could get them in, they're not going to survive here at Cal Poly. They're going to get flushed out fairly quick. So you just have to really do your homework, get the right type of fit for a baseball player that will fit in academically at Cal Poly. But once you do get those guys, I mean, the smarter guys are usually, good people off the field, and so we strive to get low maintenance players, guys that are good in the classroom, guys that are academically strong, guys that put in a lot of time on the baseball field, and guys that are good community people. Well, in junior college, a lot of times it was just me. I mean, I was lucky to have an assistant. It was kind of a revolving door where, assistants probably made about $1,800 for an entire year, and sometimes I had to split that between 2 assistants. So it was just usually ex-players, and if I was lucky enough to get somebody that really was interested in the coaching profession. But being kind of the only guy, you have to be a jack of all trades, and it forces you to learn everything, pitching, catching, offense, defense. And so I had to get a pretty good grasp of a lot of different areas, but it forced me to be well-rounded. And you just, baseball, you continue to get better and better. It's just like as a player or as a coach, if you think you have all the answers, then you're not going to go very far. And so you have to be open-minded and always seeking of how to do something better. And so, you surround yourself with good people. You ask questions, not afraid to ask questions about what do you think, from different topics of infield play to weight training to stealing bases, and you just eventually, you run out of time. You're done with your coaching career, but you've never gotten all the answers.